Wherever you're listening from, and however today feels, welcome. There's no celebration ceremony for day 8. Yesterday marked a week, and now we've moved on. Today, things look a lot more like real life again. Work's back, routine's back, and running just fits around that now. You might notice that feeling you had at the start of the month isn't quite there anymore. The excitement, or maybe the fear of beginning. That little lift that comes from starting something new. For a lot of people, this is where motivation starts to fade. Not suddenly, not in a dramatic, everything's falling apart kind of way. Just a subtle drop. You still want to run, but maybe it's just a little bit harder to get out of the door for it. And that's important to name, because it's not a problem, it's just what happens when something stops being new. Motivation can be tied to novelty, and novelty never lasts. Red January was never built on that early feeling. It couldn't be. If it was, you'd never make it through the month. What tends to happen around now is quieter than motivation. Running stops being a big decision. It stops needing a story around it. It becomes something you do or you don't, without much drama attached. And for me, this is always where things start to change. Not because I suddenly feel more committed, not because I've found some deeper meaning, but because running starts to take up less space in my head. I don't spend as long thinking about whether I'm going to go for a run. I don't have to feel a certain way first. I just get changed and I head out. Some days I enjoy it, some days I don't. And I've learned that those days are equally useful. Because the runs that don't feel exciting are often the ones that actually fit. They don't ask too much, they don't drain you, they don't need as much recovering from, they just sit alongside the rest of your life. And that's what makes them repeatable. If you're listening to this before a run today or while you're easing into one, you might notice that today doesn't feel special, no buzz, no sense of occasion, no big emotional reason for being out here. That's okay. This stage of the month isn't about feeling driven, it's about noticing that you can still move without that feeling. You don't need to be inspired, you don't need to be motivated, you don't need to talk yourself into it. You can just go. That's not forcing anything, it's not discipline in a hard, punishing sense, it's just something becoming familiar. Something you don't have to negotiate with every day. Running starts to feel like a part of how your day unfolds, rather than a decision you weigh up. And that's how things last. Quietly, without fuss, without needing to feel a certain way first. Motivation will come back from time to time, but sometimes it won't. Neither one decides whether this counts. What matters is that running no longer depends on the feeling. So, as you move today, you might notice what it's like to run without waiting for motivation to show up. Let it be plain. Let it be ordinary. Let it fit. Well, that's enough for today. Keep going gently, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. If this series is helpful, you can follow the PKS Running Club podcast wherever you're listening, and these daily reflections will just appear for you through January. You can find me on Instagram at PKSRUNS. I also share longer videos on YouTube documenting my own running journey. However we connect, that's enough. No pressure, just an open door. See you out there.